I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Reds vs. Brewers. My team pick is Reds moneyline. Both teams have been good on offense, but the pitching advantage in this contest goes to the Cincinnati Reds. Andrew Abbott has been better than Bryce Wilson this season. Wilson has been struggling lately. He went 4.1 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 7 earned runs, and struck out 4 in a loss in his last start against the Detroit Tigers. Wilson has gone 5 innings or more in just 2 of his last 6 starts. On the season, Abbott has a 3.28 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, and a 57.22 KBB ratio in 13 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .233 off Abbott. In 13 starts this season, Abbott has allowed more than 3 earned runs in just 2 starts. With Abbott on the mound, this gives the Reds the pitching edge and they will win this contest. My total pick is over 8.5 runs. The Reds have been decent on offense this season. They are top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, RBIs, walks, and stolen bases. The Brewers have been good on offense this season. They are top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, walks, stolen bases, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Milwaukee will trot out Bryce Wilson, who has struggled lately. Wilson went 4.1 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 7 earned runs, and struck out 4 in a loss in his last start against the Detroit Tigers. Wilson has gone 5 innings or more in just 2 of his last 6 starts. With both teams having a good offense, this will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Tigers vs. Astros. My team pick is Houston moneyline. I like the Astros to pick up the win on Saturday afternoon against the Tigers. The Tigers are one of the worst hitting teams in the league and Verlander will be able to get deep into this game against this poor lineup. Flaherty has been a hard luck pitcher this year and is returning after an injury in this game. He may be on a pitch count here which will force the Tigers to go into their bullpen earlier than they may like to on Saturday. The Astros offense got a boost on Friday night from Dubin's home run with Kyle Tucker out for the next 10 days. Even without Tucker, the Astros have more than enough firepower with the likes of Jose Altuve, Yender Alvarez, and red-hot Alex Bregman. Look for the Astros to pick up a second straight win on Saturday. My total pick is over. Rays vs. Braves. My team pick is Braves moneyline. This is a very intriguing game from a sports betting perspective. Typically, these are 2 of the better teams in the league, but that simply hasn't been the case this season due to injuries and underwhelming play. With that being said, we have to pick someone to win, and I'll ride with the Braves. It's a bit juicy on the money line, but I really don't trust their offense to stretch out a multi-run victory. It could happen, and I hope it happens, but I'm not confident considering their recent form. My total pick is under 9 runs. Both of these offenses have been horrendous recently. Over the last 14 days, the Rays are ranked 23rd in Fangraphs WOBA, .281, and 21st in WRC Plus, 86. The Braves are 25th in both of those categories, .276, 77. With neither offense clicking right now, I have to play the under at this elevated number. Then we can factor in those above-mentioned Morton head-to-head stats. Add in that Atlanta's bullpen is ranked 6th in ERA, 3.42, and 12th in WHIP, 1.25, and we should see Tampa's offense struggle throughout this game. Ultimately, as I mentioned, this number is way too high for the way these clubs are swinging the bats. Yankees vs. Red Sox. My team pick is Yankees to win. There is a significant difference in the last 7 starts between these pitchers, as Carlos Rodon is 7-0 with a 2.28 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP in 43.1 innings, while Cooper Criswell is 1-2 with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP in 31.2 innings of work. Despite the bullpens doing well, there is a gap nonetheless, as New York is 3rd with a 3.19 reliever ERA, while Boston is 7th with a 3.50 bullpen ERA. All in all, go with the New York Yankees to pick up a win on the road. My total pick is over 9 runs. These offenses have been doing incredibly well as of late, with the Yankees averaging 6.17 runs in their last 6 games, while the Red Sox are scoring 5 runs in their previous 5 games. Both teams have also been hitting well with runners in scoring position, as New York is 3rd with a .856 team OPS in those situations, while Boston is 15th in the sport with a .742 team OPS with runners in scoring position. Go with over 9 runs in this matchup as the better option here. Rangers versus Mariners. My team pick is Mariners to win. When diving into the pitching splits this season, there is a slight gap between these starters. Nathan Eovaldi is 1-2 with a 3.93 ERA and a .258 batting average against in 3 road starts, while George Kirby is 4-1 with a 2.72 ERA and a .207 opposing batting average in 6 starts in T-Mobile Park thus far. These bullpens show a significant difference, as well as the Mariners are 11th in the sport with a 3.63 reliever ERA, while the Rangers are 26th with a 4.67 bullpen ERA this year. All in all, go with the Seattle Mariners to win. My total pick is over 6.5 runs. These teams should score enough to blast through this low total. In the last 7 games for these pitchers, Nathan Eovaldi is 2-2 with a 3.29 ERA and a 1.23 WHIP in 38.1 innings, while George Kirby is 2-3 with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.00 WHIP in 42.0 innings of work. With runners in scoring position, these teams have been hitting well, as the Rangers are 9th in the sport with a .780 team OPS in those situations, while the Mariners are tied with the Colorado Rockies and New York Mets for 11th with a .752 team OPS with runners in scoring position. Go with over 6.5 runs in this game as the better option. Pirates versus Rockies. My team pick is Pirates to win. The Pittsburgh Pirates may not be the most consistent team in the sport, but the Colorado Rockies are 20 games under .500 for a reason and are not going to be too competitive in this game. There is a significant difference between how these pitchers have been performing during their first 2 starts in June. Jared Jones is 1-0 with a 1.64 ERA and a .220 batting average against in 11.0 innings of work, while Ty Blach is 0-2 with a 7.20 ERA and a .409 opposing batting average in 10.0 innings so far. The pitching as a whole throughout June also shows a major gap. Pittsburgh is 11th in Major League Baseball with a 3.62 team ERA, while Colorado is dead last in the entire sport with a 6.88 team ERA. Go with the Pittsburgh Pirates to secure a road win in this game, as they are the better overall team in this matchup. My total pick is over 10.5 runs. When looking at the last 7 outings for these pitchers, they are not going to get outs consistently, especially in Coors Field. Ty Blach is 2-3 with a 5.19 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP in 34.2 innings, while Jared Jones is 2-2 with a 3.35 ERA and a 1.19 WHIP in 40.1 innings of work. Both teams have been able to have the overhit more often than the under, as the Pirates are 33-32 with the overhitting, while the Rockies are 35-32 with the overhitting up to this point of the regular season. These bullpens also have been getting shelled throughout the regular season so far, as the Pittsburgh Pirates are 24th in the big leagues with a 4.41 reliever ERA so far, while the Colorado Rockies are down in 30th place as they have recorded a 5.62 bullpen ERA. All in all, go with over 10.5 runs in this game as the better option, as these teams should be able to score a lot of runs inside Coors Field. Royals versus Dodgers. My team pick is Angeles minus 1.5 runs. These two played 3 games in Kansas City last season, the Royals taking 2 of them with an average margin of victory of 6 runs per win. The Royals are most definitely an improved bunch since then as well. However, they didn't fare well when faced with the AL's biggest test, losing 3 of 4 to New York, and now they have the NL's best in front of them. They will also be up against one of the better NL starters this season in Yamamoto, who has pitched like a 10-year veteran every time out. The Los Angeles starter is 3-1 at home this season, with 42 strikeouts in 37.1 innings. He also tamed the American League's best lineup, so he should fare well against Kansas City. Los Angeles is 22-14 at home this year, while the Royals are 15-16 on the road. Take the Dodgers with the run line. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. The over hit in all 3 games these two played against each other last season, but none of those matchups had as solid a starting pitching matchup than this one does. Lugo has made 8 starts this season in which he allowed 1 earned run or less. He also has a 1.69 ERA and 0.85 WHIP in 7 road starts this season. Yamamoto has allowed just 1 run in his last 2 starts and has given up 2 or fewer in 8 outings this season, 4 of them at home. There have been 71 games that hit under between the two teams. White Sox versus Diamondbacks. My team pick is Diamondbacks minus 1.5 runs. The Diamondbacks are playing well, highlighted by 5.83 runs per game in June. Fed has a 4.98 ERA on the road, and his last 5 outings have resulted in a Chicago loss. It doesn't help that the relievers behind him are terrible. On the other side, Arizona's pitching is up against MLB's worst offense. That should make their life a lot easier, as the White Sox don't capitalize at the plate often. Chicago doesn't hit homers, string together hits, or get on base well. Expect the Diamondbacks to jump out to an early lead and keep scoring en route to a multi-run victory. My total pick is over